This is the Fujifilm XF 18mm f2. The oldest lens for the Fuji X system, but that does not mean the images you get with this lens aren't incredible. The Fuji X system started as a throwback to the rangefinder camera, with small lenses that prioritized size over clinical sharpness while giving you a modern autofocus experience. It was a system that was never really quite matched after its release. Camera manufacturers were too preoccupied with trying to make the sharpest and most perfect optics. They had forgotten that an optic's drawbacks can be what makes it unique, what makes it desirable. If you bought this optic thinking that it was going to compete with the larger, more modern designs, then you would have been disappointed, and you would have missed the point altogether. This wasn't supposed to be an optic like that. This 28mm full-frame equivalent optic was something quite special. I hadn't tried it for the longest time, as I prefer an optic that can isolate the subject a bit more with shallower depth of field. But when I finally tried it, it took me by surprise. You could pull your subjects off the background, which gave you more creative flexibility than something like the Ricoh GR with its f2.8 aperture. The image quality is honestly not the absolute best, but its size and weight enabled me to effortlessly get images that I might not have gotten otherwise. Its size and weight essentially made the X Pro camera into an X100. And its absolutely stellar hood design makes me want to have it mounted to my camera at all times. This became the ultimate do-it-all optic for me and was so comfortable to use. The optic is built like a tank despite its small size. It has a fully metal external build while still being incredibly light. These early X-mount lenses could really take a beating and still work just fine. The amount of abuse that my 35mm f1.4 has taken is shocking, and this lens is built in just the same way. A nice optic is only part of getting images to look amazing. Color is extremely important. If you want your images to have feeling, head over to gxace.com and pick up my Lightroom preset packs. Fuji would eventually make an updated, faster focusing, weather-sealed special edition of this lens in 2030. But for those in the mid-20s, you could get the original version for as low as $230 used, which is an incredible price. If you couldn't afford a Leica Q, or like me, thought the Ricoh GR looked like a stupid early 2000s digicam, then this optic was perfect for you. It's not the sharpest, not the quietest, not even the smallest or the best performing. However, there is something special about this optic that is missing from the modern ones. Something that draws me to it, like a moth to a flame.
GX 需要您的支持，才能继续制作这些视频。当前的世界状况使人类和机器的生活变得艰难。Como todos saben, después de la crisis mundial de los chips a principios de los años 20, la humanidad enfrentó algunos de los desafíos más difíciles hasta el momento.
Durch die Unterstützung über Patreon wird GX weiterhin in der Lage sein, Konzernen zu trotzen und mehr Zeit für die Videos aufzubringen, die ihr alle so liebt.
Los patrons tendrán acceso a contenido exclusivo detrás de las cámaras, grabaciones en vivo,
un servidor
Discord.
每次的演示表中将有您的名字。
Printy Rahu, agus no GX Lighter and Preset Pack Sustaining Fall, Lai Patrons, Mila Breakers.
Gracias.
谢谢大家 Gracias a todos.
Vielen Dank für eure Aufmerksamkeit und Unterstützung. Bleibt sicher da draußen.